Welcome everyone on the post-fight press conference after tournament OKTAGON 48 in Manchester. Right here next to us are sitting big heroes of this evening and this night. But I want to say that there is also an invisible army of another heroes from the OKTAGON team, people who was working crazy hard on this event to happen, and that they leave everything for this show, to make it big, to entertain you, to bring you here and prepare the best platform for these fighters to perform here tonight. And it's a big thanks from our side to them. Really, like, it was a hell of a journey to make it happen, and we are just starting, and we are very proud on our team in OKTAGON. And same as for big thanks belong to all partners and media that you was with us on this journey to show people what we are bringing here, and I believe it was worth of it. Today it was a great crowd. What we get, I mean, all of us who was working on this tournament, it was an amazing atmosphere and love and support from the crowd, not just us, but of course, first of all, these heroes of this night, I mean, the fighters. So big thanks to all of you who was a part of it. We feel very welcome on English soil, and we can promise you that we'll bring more shows even better and better every time. So thanks a lot.
Aaron, to you first.
Can I just say one sentence? Sorry. Tip Sport performance of the night, €5,000 is going to Jon Surdu. Congratulations. It's a Christmas present. Yes, Alex. But any question for you? Because he was already here, but because of the Tip Sport.
Congratulations. So I can go.
Yeah, you can go, but just they always ask the winner, what will you do with those extra 5,000? So tell us.
First of all, I'm so happy to take this first bonus in OKTAGON, and for sure it's not will be the last one. I promise that. I don't know what I will do. You know, I expected that I will win the bonus, but I will keep that maybe for some present for my family, for all the guys in gym. So we just enjoy it.
Peaky blind.
Okay, enjoy.
Peaky fucking blind.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. See you guys.
Okay, first question, sorry.
Aaron, obviously not the result you wanted. Can you get your thoughts on how the fight was going before the doctor said that?
I thought the fight was going well. Other than that cut, you know, I felt comfortable in there. I was really enjoying it. I felt like I was controlling the distance of the fight as well. You know, I'm gutted. I'm heartbroken. But as for how the fight was going, I think I was up on all three judges' scorecards for both rounds. And we've just been saying in the back now, and obviously I was talking in the build-up to this being my Rocky, and Rocky didn't win the first one. It went to Rocky 2, and I would love that chance again.
Great, thank you. Paul, over to you. So, a big experience for both you and Jake. What are the main takeaways from this? What have you brought? What have you learned from this MMA experience as a whole?
I've learned it's hard. First, I just want to say, I mean, I know people are booing him and stuff, but I just want to give massive respect to Jake. I know, because I don't think he got the good shots, and I felt like I was happy. I managed to I caught him with a couple of bits, but made that right hand is fucking phenomenal, and yeah, absolutely fair win. He was the better one on the night, and we've both been through the same thing this year. We've got the same commitments. We've been touring. We've got family. he's a fucking great guy, man, and I'm happy for him that he won this, and I'm happy to have shared this experience with him. It's going to be weird tomorrow because I've never met him before, and I've been trying not to follow him on Instagram and stuff because look at the fucking shape on the man. And every time I see him, I'm like, I try not to convince myself he was 25 foot tall and fucking 65 stone of muscle. So I try not to look at him too much, but I know he's a sweet guy. And it's going to be weird not going to bed thinking about him. Weird.
Hey,
I
might still have me
might just
tonight.
carry this tradition on. Might just carry this tradition on, have a little think about him tonight. But yeah, no, it's been an amazing experience, and the best thing I can take away is the family I've got at Blackledge and the things I've learned. I am so much better than I was a year ago because of this experience, and like regardless of the outcome, I am so much better than I was a year ago because of this experience, physically, mentally. So I've got to thank everyone involved. Everyone has helped me along the way. Everyone at Octagon, Andre and Pavel and Brian, who talked me into doing this when I was pissed in Murnau one night. Everyone, I just got to say thank you. It's been that walkout tonight was. I play arenas, I do things like that, and that's my life. But that was special tonight, and it really meant a lot that people showed up and showed some support for me. And it was great. And yeah, I just want to again say congratulations to Jake, and I think he does deserve a belt for what he's done tonight and forever. He put a phenomenal performance on there. And also, I think he's definitely not a welterweight. He's like light heavyweight. That weight could kill me. Well done on him for that, because I don't know how the fuck he made weight. The abs, he's got 76 abs. It's been incredible.
Paul, just following up, did anything surprise you about actually stepping into the octagon compared to training?
No, do you know what? It's a weird. I found a few weeks ago I did my coach, because he's great and he knows how these things work. He put me into jiu-jitsu competition, and obviously it was a lot smaller than this, but I was very nervous about it. And I went in and I was so terrified. I was terrified. I got leading up. I was terrified that I'd fall in really sleep. And I got in there, and about 10 minutes before, I just went into gig mode. And I feel like Jake's probably the same as this. A lot more than even these guys who are fighting. We put ourselves into fight or flight 7 times a week. Do you know what I mean? We do this all the time, and we have to hold ourselves there. Dealing with the nerves is not really a problem for me. Like, I wasn't nervous going in. I wasn't nervous doing all that. Like, I can manage nerves to keep it to a level. There's a fine line between nerves and excitement, and I can manage it to where I can put myself in that state quite well. I've done this time and time again over years, so that wasn't really an issue for me.
And then finally from me, Paul, you donate all of tonight's purse to Weapons Down, Gloves Up. Can you just say a few words about that charity, please?
Yeah, so I've donated all. This whole thing's been for a charity called Weapons Down, Gloves Up, and it's fundamentally to help kids who are getting tied up in gun and knife crime into, first and foremost, into gyms that boxing gyms, MMA gyms, to get them into that kind of community, that routine. But then beyond that, they help kids get into gainful employment. They do employment programs to help them, confidence programs. There's loads of stuff around that as well. So it's a massively important thing. I think the biggest thing I've found from this, and travelling around the country as me and Jake both have, I know we've even been into the same gyms a couple of times. A lot of gyms around the country have welcomed me in with open arms this year, and you walk into these places. Again, I've had the same thing with it. You go into a new gym and you're like, it's going to be a sparring day or a wrestling day, and you think, people are going to take the head off today. But they're so welcoming. They're so welcoming of you. If you go into these places and you show a bit of heart, they'll all welcome you with open arms. And I think they're all families, they're all communities. I've said this time and time again. We all need to be getting behind these places, all up and down the country, everywhere you are. If you're local, support your local gym, support your local boxing gym, support your local MMA gym. Get behind them, get your kids down there, get everyone down there. It'll just help everyone. It'll help everyone.
First question from me is to the main guys. I spoke about Assassin's Army coming Manchester Arena yesterday. Spoke about Shoaib Yousaff and the crowd that he brings. What did you guys think of that, first of all, first-hand experience of the Assassin's Army?
Oh, yeah, we were like curious, like how it will be, because many people told us, like, okay, you will see what will happen when he will be fighting. A lot of super nice people, super supportive and cheering for him, and I would say it was amazing. Like I didn't expect that to do with that many people and loyal and pushing him forward. So yeah, it's crazy. I cannot wait for his next fight, and we'll see what happens.
So we know if you got Newcastle and London, is there any chance he's going to be on that?
Yeah, I think it's up to him, but he's healthy, no?
I think so.
Yeah, so I think it's done.
Shoaib, my question to you is, I know you like a cheat meal after you fight. Where are you going after there?
I don't know, but I'm hungry, so I think I'd ask burgers, but you tell me.
I'm going back to Leeds, so nowhere
I
down there.
think I'm going to stay in Manchester.
I was sat with yourself, the champ. Congratulations, first of all. And first of all, I must say, Aaron, you are a champ in my eyes. Come through all that, and you know, you're a champ, and all the hearts off you. But champ, we had breakfast this morning. We spoke about the nerves, about filling big boots, your cousins, your first time in the UK. How are you feeling? Congratulations, first of all, and yeah, tell us how you're feeling.
Feeling great. Really relieved. It was a tough trip, 22 hours to get here for me with all my layovers and everything, so it was the time change and toughest weight cut that I've had. I've never cut weight really for a fight. This is the biggest one that I had, so it was just a whole mess of new things that were really playing with me and getting to me. And you know, I knew this guy was going to be tough coming into this fight. I mean, dude beat freaking cancer, man. I mean, the whole story behind him is just, like I said, it inspired me throughout camp too, so it's like hard not to buy into his story, you know, and I respect him with, you know, the most respect I have, you know. The fight was, like he said, he was doing good in the fight. I'm not going to deny that, you know. There's no denying that. I mean, everyone saw it, but it's just like, I mean, he talks about Rocky. It's like Rocky gets his ass kicked for 10 rounds straight till he knocks him out in the last. It's like he was winning the fight till he wasn't, you know. And I landed the shot, regardless if doctor stopped it or not. I still do the shot. And I mean, you look at my last fight, I cut the guy the same exact way. So I definitely think that it was a good outcome. You know, like I said, respect. And I'm not saying that like in a disrespectful way to him or being cocky or anything like that, because like I said, I have nothing but respect for Aaron, dude. You know, he's a champ, man. You know, and I'm so happy to have an opponent like that, because it's like I was telling other people, you know, we fight and everything, that's when we're tough, but it's like, you know, when you fight someone who talks shit and talks about your family and all, it's like I'm not that kind of guy, and I know he's not that kind of guy either. It's all about respect, and we actually care about what we do, and that's the real martial arts, you know. So it's like, it was cool to actually share the cage with a martial artist.
Next question.
Thanks for asking me a question too.
Testing.
No one asked me a question at the last one. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, this is Robert Sobby from King's Court MMA. Just want to say first and foremost to Mr. Garcia, champion of the world, I was respecting your name, and I think we should all give you a hand of applause. Big notice at the press conference yesterday, you were yawning, you were absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
I just had to flag that, and you were struggling to keep your eyes open. What's happened in the space of the 24 hours where you got to perform like that tonight versus how we saw it yesterday, absolutely exhausted?
Well, it's funny you say that. I didn't think I thought everyone was gonna think that I was like not like into the interviews, or like I didn't want to be. I was so tired. Like I said, the time change really got me. So like every time that I would go back to my room, I would just sleep every single time. So I'd come to the press conference, I'd do the photo shoot, I'd sleep in between every single one. And then same thing with today. I'd get up at like 3 in the morning, and I can't go back to sleep till like 9. So it's like my sleep schedule's so messed up. So I ate breakfast, went to sleep, had to find a place to get my hair braided. That was stressful too. I was like, man, I don't know where I'm gonna get my hair braided. Wish I would have known that earlier. And then I just slept for like 5 hours before this fight. I even asked them, I was like, yo, what's the latest I can leave? Because I need to sleep. I think literally that last snap was when I finally woke up and I was like, wow, I feel like kind of back to normal. And then in the locker room, it was pretty tough warming up. Like, I felt really flat. I didn't feel like myself at all in this fight, this whole fight experience. I kind of felt like I underperformed a lot, and I didn't really showcase my skills as much as I wanted to. And I mean, no excuses. The guy I fought a tough dude. I'm not belittling him at all, saying like, oh, I'm just this better guy or anything like that. It's just, I know that I wasn't able to perform in my capabilities that I normally do. I wasn't feeling it. I got sick last week. It was a tough camp, you know. I'm not gonna belittle it. It was a tough camp, and I'm just happy to get my hand raised at the end of it, man. It's so surreal. You know, like I mentioned in the cage, my cousins are both world champions, and they spent a lot of time in me, and I was like, man, like, I can't believe that they actually put the time in me, because I didn't meet them until I was 19 years old. So showed up, Anthony always tells the stories. I showed up, I'm like, hey, I'm your cousin, and he's like, I don't even know who you are, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So they gave me a chance from day one, and here I am now.
Awesome, congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
And Jake, you mentioned German doner kebab so many times.
Have you got me one? Have you got me one?
No, I have not.
Oh,
So not as good as like you, sir. Just wondering, are they paying you or you just?
No, man, I just love them.
biggest fan?
I wish they were paying me. God, yeah, I just love them, and I'm gonna go for one in a bit. You wanna go? Is that nice? You tried one? Have you ever tried one?
It's been a while.
They're banging. They're proper banging.
It's on me.
I wish I was getting paid, mate. Wouldn't lie.
Obviously, massive victory versus Paul. Fantastic. Are you disappointed though that Paul may not let you drive the McLaren?
Yeah, I'm fuming. We were saying it back there.
I'll still let him have a go.
Oh, no, I just want to kind of say a few. Paul's an absolute gent, and like you were saying, I feel like he's been my mate for 10 months. It's been such a weird thing because, like he said, he's thought of me. Every day this guy's been on my mind, and I feel like I know his missus. I've stalked his Instagram. It's been such a crazy 10 months, and after we finished fighting, I was like, is it weird you feel like my mate? And he's just such a lovely, nice bloke, and it's been a pleasure to share this whole experience with him, and there's only me and him really that knows what we've done for this 10 months. And I think we both should be proud of ourselves, man. And thank you to OKTAGON for giving us the opportunity. I want to do another one, I think. Yeah, when my leg recovers.
I don't want to do it. I'm going to go and cheer Jake on for the next one. I'm going to do cheer for the next one. I'll be happy cheering as well.
And Paul, honestly, you're in fantastic shape. Your transformation, you can see it's absolutely changed your life in that respect. So massive kudos and respect to you. Obviously, your last fight before this was, I believe, in 2001 in Victoria Street.
You done your research there,
Obviously,
my man's good.
You talked about Jake's right hand. Can you confirm that Jake's right hand is harder than Laurie's ever hit you? And that last fight in 2001 in Victoria Street?
I mean, he's got a hard right down, but Laurie, I'd rather fight Jake 10 times than fight my missus. My missus would smash me and him together.
Hey, you next time.
I'm out.
I'm just happy she didn't get in there to hit him before that.
Yeah, I'm out.
He's a good guy.
No, it's been a great experience. Again, I've got to say, like, hands off to him. That right arm was the first 1-2 hit me, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in bother here. And I managed to stay in there for a little bit, but it was absolutely the first stoppage. He caught me with that, and I think I did go out for a second. I woke up as hit the floor. So yeah, fair play to him. Great job.
And last one for me, as I've held the mic enough. To you, George.
Yep.
The other champ, congratulations.
Yay.
Round of applause. I just want to say, obviously, it was a very tense build-up, as we all know. We witnessed you and Dennis share some respectful moments. It would be great to hear what was said between you two, and will you guys ever be friends and play Lego together?
Well, it's up to Dennis if he wants to play Lego, but no, we just, like Dennis said, I've got all the respect for you. Like you should do afterwards. Even sharing the cage without anyone gets in the cage, but said about getting some training and that afterwards, and then I'm sure we can be friends. Like I'm sure, I don't see why we couldn't be. Do you know what I mean? I'm that type of guy. I like to be friends with everybody. I like to be friends with everybody, but no, like you say, just you always have. You got to have the utmost respect for your opponent, or even for anyone who steps in the cage. So like so yeah, I can't remember what everything was said, but that was the gist of it. So thank you. Thank you, bro.
Hi.
There you go, man. Yeah.
From News Sport. Jack, can I just ask you a question, please, mate? How does it feel to be, back into winning ways after so long out of the cage tonight?
Yeah, it feels good, mate. It's been a long time out. I've been trying to get fights, trying to get booked up from the middle of the year to the end, and no one was having it. I was trying to get matched up with a lot of different opponents, and they kept finding ways to turn fights down. And then I reached out to the guys at OKTAGON because I seen they was putting on amazing shows, and they brought me in and fought me here in Manchester. I'm very grateful for it. It's been an excellent show to fight on. And yeah, I'm buzzing to get back in there, get a good win, get a nice little finish in there, nice quick finish. I would have been happy to get in there with someone like Ratchich, who would have tried to take me a bit longer. But you play with the cards you dealt, and like I said, I got a nice little finish in there, and in front of a nice home crowd, and I'm buzzing with that.
Just another question really for you is, what's your next steps? Obviously after you've had this fight now, what's your next plan or your next fight going to be?
I've not really spoke to any of them. It was obviously supposed to be me and Ratchich, and the winner gets Lever. Ratchich is pretty seriously injured, I think. Obviously I hope he's alright. So they put that standing in, and I beat him real quick. And then as I was like celebrating, I saw Jonas's little mug pulling a face here and there and kind of making a couple of comments. So I let him know what I thought about him. And I can see a couple of his teammates who are standing in the crowd here and there, and they know what would happen if I got hold of that little rag. So we'll see what happens.
No worries. Dennis, can I just ask you a question? Where do you see yourself now? Obviously, with your defeat, where do you see yourself on certain next steps now?
Gonna have a little rest now. I've had 5 fights this year, I've had like over an hour of cage time. First of all congrats to George, Obviously, all the shit beforehand, it's all part of the mind games, But once you've stepped in the cage there, you've shared that moment, it's all respect from that point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little downtime, and then obviously whatever Andre and Pavel decide. If they still want me here or not, I hope they will. I think I'll bring a different kind of energy, but I'd like to maybe get a few fights over in Europe, fight a few European lads. I'm sick of fighting my neighbours, I've been fighting all English and Irish guys for the last 2 years, and yeah, I'd like to get some different kind of opponents, someone who's not going to wrestle me maybe.
Just the last question is for Paul Smith, the one and only. What's your obviously next fight? Are you going to carry on fighting, or are you just going to go back to doing comedian shows?
I'm just going to go back to doing very, very, very successful comedian shows. That's great, thank you.
Just a question for George. George, congratulations on a really good performance.
Thank you.
We know Denis really took the OKTAGON series by storm. He talked a lot, but he backed it up with his performances in the series. That momentum kind of maybe people forget or maybe not realise that you're a monster. Like your record at amateur is ridiculous, being the likes of obviously Terry Stringer and Wallace, these UK top talents and amateur and pro. What does it feel now to close that chapter on it, and what are your next steps really in OKTAGON?
So that was like the outcome I envisioned anyway. So like you say, I don't think some people might have forgotten what my caliber was at amateur, but I don't think some people might not have done. So in my eyes, that was always the way the fight was going to go for me. And obviously Denis was talking all what he was saying. I get it. It's a fight game, sell the fight. But yeah, I was just it's not really even really a closed chapter. It's just opening a new one. Like closing the chapter was finishing amateur. Now I'm starting a pro now, so it's like opening a new chapter of this whole professional scene. So yeah, it's not even closing, it's more open. Like what I'd like, you know, I don't know what the future holds, you know. We just have to see. I'm like Denis. I've had 7 fights I've had 7 fights in 10 months. Yeah, so been camp. Like I did the Euros. I did the camp for that. Then got straight into the Wilds. Then finishing the Wilds. Then got straight into camp for like the OKTAGON Challenge. And I've been like, then since we finished that, I've just been like training hard to get ready for Denis. Like it's kind of been like non-stop for about 1.5 years, you know, like 20 months almost. So I think a bit of rest is a little bit due. So have a bit of rest, talk to Liam, my manager, talk to my coaches, talk to all the boys, you know, everyone that needs to, and obviously with Pavel and Andre, and see when they want me on next. But I'd like something in the new year, preferably, because I'd like a little bit of rest and downtime with my family, because like I travel so much. Like I travelled up to Liverpool, Leeds, I've travelled up to London to go see Brad and train with him. I don't get to see my family and my partner, so like it's tough at times, because like I think in this camp I didn't get to see it for like, and my dad, like not my dad, my partner, for like a month. You know, it's hard, and you know, relationships and that. So I think a bit of like family time and, you know, is due. And like I say, I travel a lot, so I don't get much downtime to myself. I'm barely in my own bed. Do you know what I mean? I'm traveling all up and down the country, so a bit of downtime, and then sky's the limit, in my opinion, for me. Yeah, I'm getting a 5 Guys after this. I don't know. That's the next chapter.
Next question to Denis. Obviously, Denis, I think you were one of the stars of the series. Really made it. You were an absolute warrior. We know your level. Commiserations, obviously, today. Was there anything about the fight that surprised you about George's game plan? We know what George is capable of. And was there any specific reasons why you were unable to really impose your will?
No, like he came in with the exact game plan I expected him to come in with. Kind of disappointed my shins and feet don't hurt. You know, I normally get to land a few kicks anyway. You know, he imposed his game plan better than I did mine. I kind of thought in the 3rd round there might have been a bit of a turning point when I threw him, but it is what it is. You know. Obviously, I think we both made the show. You know, there was a hero and there was a villain. You need both. You know, you can't just have a villain. And yeah, you know, we put a belter fight on. Went into the championship rounds. You know, we're both very early in our careers. I've only been doing this 2.5 years, and I'm fighting in the NO arena. So see what the next few years hold for me. And yeah.
Brilliant. I think it'll be silly not to take you forward. Obviously, I'll be booking your next fight now. And my next question really just around the main event. Aaron, that was a really good performance. You know, I had you up both rounds at the end of round 2, which obviously makes the stoppage just a bit more painful there. My question's actually to Pavel and Andre. We know that Aaron said that he would like to run it back, see his level of performance there. What is your actual appetite to get that fight rebooked?
We have to be 3 on this fight, so it's the more question to the guy next to me, the new flyweight champion, if he wants to do it again, but we are ready, I believe.
Well, I told Aaron in the cage, he's like, you know, let's run it back, and I was like, yeah, obviously, like, you know, I feel you, like I said, I respect the guy enough to where it's like, if, you know, he feels he earned a rematch and they want to match it up again, let's do it. I'd also like to test myself against some other Europeans, and I don't know whatever this region is. I'm sorry, I'm not good. Other people, Europeans and the other countries around here. So I would like to see where I'm at too there. Again, I know it's unfortunate, and I'm not belittling what he did. He was in great positions, he did that, but again, I threw the knee, it landed, and stopped the fight. It's no different than me knocking him out or me submitting him. You can win the fight. He could have won 24 minutes out of that fight, and I just won the 1 minute. That's what it comes down to, honestly. And again, I'm not saying that like he had a shit performance or I'm the man, or he was doing great until he wasn't. You know, he got caught with one thing and it ended the fight. So whatever they want to do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just a quick one for Denis and George. So the challenge said is
we've seen you put your heart, soul into it over the coming weeks. So can you just sum it up in 3 words what the experience has been like for you two individually? George, you first.
3 words, yeah. Could be less.
If you like.
Life-changing experience.
I like it. Yeah.
Sensational.
Short but sweet a little bit. Paul, Jake, massive kudos to you two, because not many people would do that. And there's people that are comparing it to the Misfits boxing. What have you got to say about that?
No chance is it like that travel is shit. They don't have to do a weight cut. They don't have to train for 10 months to learn 5 different techniques. Going to the ground, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, like yeah, it's nothing like that. We did a proper weight cut. We lived a fighter's life. Sorry, I'm quite emotional about this. I don't know if you can tell. But Paul,
I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And none of us did star jumps, so.
Yeah.
I hope it came across that we both took this very seriously. We've got massive respect for all you guys do, and we didn't. One thing I said going into this, I love MMA, and I didn't want to take the piss out of it. And I've been asked to do a lot of celebrity things before boxing, and I didn't want to take the piss in it to be like me being silly. And I know we're not going to be at the level of pros who've been doing this their whole lives, but we lived the life of you guys for a year. I've been in there every single day. I've done the full weight cut. I've dieted, I've sacrificed, I've done everything I have to do around my life, like all you guys have to do. So I hope that came across, and I know Jake did exactly the same thing. So it's not like just jumping in there and doing a celebrity boxing match where you can just get in there and wear 16-ounce gloves and just hit each other with pillows for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, massive kudos to you both. Final question is for Pavel and Andre. What can we expect now going into 2024? We've just seen the Newcastle and Birmingham shows announced, so what have you got planned for us?
Yeah, we have more plans for next year. We said it before, like it could be 4 tournaments so far. As you mentioned, Newcastle and Birmingham is the first 2, and then we obviously have a plan, but also the release plan when we'll announce them. So yeah, it will be a lot of traveling around the UK.
Question for Elias. Congratulations on becoming champion. Could you just reflect on what it means to you to become the first ever champion in this organisation, and that will remain in history forever? What does that mean to you?
Very validating, obviously I don't have the story that he has, I didn't beat cancer or anything, but I definitely beat some dark times in my life. I felt like I've always been on the shit end of the stick growing up, always picked last or not picked at all. Not really good at any sports until I found fighting, and then I found fighting, and I had great success in the beginning and made it to an elite level just to be, released from that elite level not even a year later. So it kind of made me feel like I was worthless again, and it took a while to build myself up. I actually took a 3-year layoff. Not sure if I was ever gonna fight again, and then I met my coach, Colin Oyama, and he picked me up out of the dirt, dusted me off, and told me, you can do this, man. You got the skills. You can do this. You just gotta believe in yourself. And I mean, shit, he tells me every time before I fight, I'm doubting myself. I'm like, Coach, I'm nervous. He's like, you'll be fine. You're gonna do this. He's very good at keeping me calm, reminding me of the hard work that I put in, and I wouldn't be here without him. And I mean that in a lot of ways, not just like fighting. Like, he restored a lot in my life, and I don't think I've ever expressed that to him personally. But like, I was in a real dark place when he met me, and it was lost. I had no direction in my life, and it just feels so validating now that it's like, man, I ran 4 wins off, and I'm a world champ now. Like, never in my life did I think that this would happen, that I'd be fighting in Manchester, and it's just so surreal right now. And like I said, I get to join the elite crew, the club, like my cousins, they're world champs in organizations too, and it's like, they've been texting me all night, like, saying they're proud of me, and it's like, man, like, I've just been surrounded by such great people my whole life that I need to, like, appreciate and stop getting so down on myself. I have that problem of, like, really looking at just the negative in life. So like this is a high moment in my life right now. It's a very validating experience.
Thank you. Question for Pavel, Andre, whoever wants to take it. Jake's just expressed his interest in maybe doing this again, whether it's just another fight or season 2 of Stage to the Cage. Is that something that you'd like to discuss with him?
I would say like they cannot be like Stage to the Cage anymore because they were both like just beginners in MMA. But right now, Jake, he had 10 months of hard training behind him, and he become an MMA fighter. So that will be hard to.
Are you saying I got to fight a pro? I'm gonna probably not do it again.
So definitely, I mean, it opens new opportunities in this field. And if Jake will be open to it, as you said, you are. So then, yeah, we'll definitely sit and talk, and we will bring something extraordinary, probably. It could be a good output and a great opportunity for something new.
Thank you. And one for Aaron. I know this night didn't go as you hoped it would, but maybe you could just talk a little bit about the amazing support that came down, and everyone could hear through the arena tonight, and what that means to you.
I've said it time and time again. It means everything. Like I wouldn't be here today or the person I am without the people behind me. I've been fortunate to have those people from the first day up until now, and I said like if I was going to win the belt, I'd have to smash it up into 10,000 pieces and give it out to everyone. And you know that support was there tonight as well. You could hear them, and I can feel it as well. I feel it every day, and I wanted to do it as well for them today. But I've been in situations like this before, and I know that those people are going to back me again. And like I said, obviously, yeah, this is no disrespect. Beaver, like he said, he landed the shot, but for me, it's a combat sport and it's a fighting sport, and I go in there willing to die. That's what I do. When I'm in there, I'm willing to die because it means everything to me. And you know, if my 2 legs are hanging off and I can't physically move, then stop the fight. But I've got a cut. That's it. You know, I was saying, I'm fine. You know, I'll fight with one eye, but I can see out with both eyes. And that's just who I am. I'll always keep moving forward, and I've said I'll never be broken, and especially in there. And that's why I want it again. Because at the moment, to me, it feels like it's half time in the game. And it's not over, because I'm not dead. I didn't tap. I didn't get knocked out. Someone else made the decision for me. And this is no disrespect to Elias. He's the toughest opponent I've ever felt. Ever fought, and I respect him as a fighter 100%. Like he said earlier, I'm not a trash talker, but I don't feel, you know, I'm hurt because someone's taken the decision away from me that I wanted to carry on with. Like I said, you have to kill me in there, and I wasn't killed. I'm still ready, you know, and I'm gutted. But with that support, we go again.
Thanks.
I could validate it. I heard him across the cage the entire time. He's like, no, don't. Like, he was in it. He definitely was in it. He wouldn't want to stop. He's right. Like, they stopped it. He was, the entire time, he was pacing, saying, no, I could see. And we were just telling him no. So I was there. I saw it.
Thank you. I respect that. But the rematch.
Just a quick one for Jake and Paul. What's the one thing you've taken from this experience that you can now take back into your own crafts? Obviously, the weight cutting sucks, but the one thing, the positive that came out of it.
Just for me, just like if you set your mind to something, you can achieve it. Set my mind to 10 months of training, a pretty heavyweight cut. Like Paul said, not many people would even get into the ring. Or, well, not even 1% of people would want to get hit with 4-ounce gloves and kicked and wrestled. So yeah, that's what I've achieved.
Yeah, I'd say pretty much exactly the same thing. It's the thing that it showed me that I'm not naturally an athlete or a fighter or in any way, shape or form, anything like that. So just to do this and have the consistency to get up and just keep moving forward. There's been times, I'll be honest with you, there's been times that last year where I've genuinely been with car going, I can't just drive this car into this wall now. Because, and then no one could call me a pussy and get out of this, but I haven't done that. I just carried on and I kept going forward, and I got in that cage and I did it. So it showed me, yeah, you can do anything you really want if you really set your mind to it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an incredible achievement for you both. Congratulations. Just a quick one for you guys, Pavel and Andre. I feel like every time I see you, whether it's Germany or here in the UK, I'm saying congratulations. Again, congratulations to you and the organisation. This feels like it's been a long time in the making. Obviously, with Stage to the Cage, what Paul mentioned earlier about trying to convince him that time ago. Has it felt like a long journey for you? Like, how do you feel now that you've done the UK, you've kind of cracked it, you're here, Stage to the Cage, OKTAGON Challenge, an inaugural belt as well. How are you guys feeling right now?
Quite emotional, I have to say. It was really like one of the toughest period in OKTAGON, at least for me. I don't know about Andre and other people, I believe also. So we really put so much energy into this. We kind of sometimes with uncertain result. You don't know what you will get at the end until it's happening, and it was tough, I would say, but we put everything, we put ourselves in, the best of ourselves in it, and now we saw what's the result. And the result was when George and Denis were entering the cage. The crowd was crazy, and then we felt like, okay, yeah, it's working. Like people were watching and they care about the fighters. Same with Jake and Paul and other fighters, how much support that they gave them. So yeah, it's I feel emotional. It's great. Like it's a big dream. It's a big step for our promotion, with our ultimate goal to become the undisputed #1 in Europe, the Champions League of the combat sports in Europe. And this is very, very important step for us. And now we have our feet here, and we will continue.
Yeah, from my side, I just want to say that we feel that it's a completely different market for us, and we definitely learn our lessons from many of you. But I believe that we are a little bit different than the other organization, than the other promoters, because Paulo and me, we are going to their homes. We are trying to be with them. We are traveling with buses, with trams, with trains to the different kind of cities. We spend with these guys from OKTAGON Challenge month on their villa every day. We've been there. We're not just sending the crew. We've been there every day with them. We are talking with them. We bring Patty, which is an unbelievable creature, and also Brad Pickett. Lot of fun with them. We are trying to I don't want to say to do and make some families, but we definitely try to feel them, the fighters, because as we always say, they are our heroes. So we're spending every hour money. Every time when we go to other country, we are almost broke up, but we don't care because we just love it. Yeah, and Paul make unbelievable job here. Also Lukáš Martinka there. They've been here almost every day. I was doing my job back in Prague and everywhere around the world where we are traveling. So also we are not giving tickets like the other organization just to make nice and looks full. We are just selling the tickets. Yeah, we will never try to be fool anyone that we can sell this arena. For the first time, we learn our lessons, but we will sell it. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next year. But we will sell it. And we will sell it with these guys which are growing with us. We will not change them. We will stick with them.
Another question for Andre, if I can. You've been hugely successful in the Czech Republic, Slovakia. You've gone to Germany.
you're here in the UK, and every time before the start of the main event, you stand there in the cage and get everyone to say together, Yedemay Bombi. And the German crowd joined in with you in Frankfurt. And I heard some of the English crowd were joining in with you today. How much does that mean to you, coming in as someone from the Czech Republic, trying to sell your product, and in some cases in your own language, in another country, and getting that sort of response from a crowd? What does that mean to you?
It means nothing. No. Yeah, it's my dreams what I'm fulfilled for me. Yeah, because I'm in the business 25 years right now. I'm too old. But yeah, it means something for us, for me and Paul, because we created together, and we believe that. I was like saying to Brian and to everyone that I can step out from this to be like everywhere and every time be in the as MC, but because my English is not 100%, you know, and I'm like saying those Czech words, and I'm something. Too many languages is in my head, and I'm still have to say something to microphone everywhere. So I'm messing up numbers and years and names, but I'm trying to do my best. But yeah, it means a lot to me. It's my work. It's my Mount Everest. And every time when I see that the different kind of crowd is yelling with me, I'm more and more happy. Definitely.
And you mentioned his name there. Brian Lacey's been sort of central to the promotion of this card in particular, as part of both the shows as well. How big of a role and how important has he been to the growth of OKTAGON as you've taken it across the continent?
Yeah, Brian is our guy. He's definitely part of the OKTAGON team, and he helped us a lot from the time when he sent us the text that he maybe could fit in, and he was.
The last one from me, both to you and to Pavel. What will be your abiding memory of your first event here in the UK?
For me, definitely when George walked in, and I really got crazy. That's very, very emotional.
Yeah, that how we always recognize if what we are doing it's working or not, because you never know until, because that was the moment when we do the first OKTAGON show in Czech Republic, and we didn't know it because the MMA was like in the same, not in the same level like here, but yeah, it was underground, you know, not many people and not nice people like today were coming, so we settled the tone, and there was like less than 2,000 people. And once the first fighter from OKTAGON Challenge came out, everybody stood up and started, you know, yelling on him. So we know that it works. And once these two guys, he was the villain, so they boo on him. But it's still a reaction. But yeah, it's still a reaction, and we know that he's a really nice person. I really like this guy, and I will take his back, you know, his whole life, definitely, because he made us through this show. He was the villain for the show, and it's the important thing. Thank you for this, Denis. You are unbelievable. And also George, you know, look at him. Look at him. Even Paul looks more like MMA fighter than George.
That's just disrespectful.
No, it's just the truth. He's unbelievable. He's just the Lego master, and he's laughing, you know, and all this stuff. And then he's doing his things, you know, and all these people are getting crazy when he's winning, you know. So this is those moments what I like the most, and when we know that this is working, and this is a good path for us.
Brilliant. If I can squeeze one more in there just before the end, we've got the end of the year. You're finishing off in Prague, Tip Sport Game Changer finale. Seems to be that's been a huge success for you over the course of the year. What can you tell us, if anything, about what you're looking for next year in terms of, are you going to run another Game Changer? Will it be a different weight class? Will we see some new faces in the promotion to sort of fill that out? What can you tell us?
Yeah, Tip Sport Game Changer is €1 million pyramid. So this is the biggest money what the European MMA ever seen. And in the end of the year, 29 December in O2 Arena Prague, I believe there will be sold out crowd, 20,000 people. There will be crowned the first Tip Sport Game Changer winner. €300,000 for him between Veličković and Mikhailidis, two great fighters from Serbia, Greece, and definitely we will do it next year again. I believe more fighters from UK and maybe Ireland will be there because we already know the weight. So I believe.
What's the weight?
Yeah.
Middleweight division.
Middleweight. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will announce it soon. Maybe it's gonna be lightweight division. But it's gonna be insane. We gotta sign names, which is crazy, and they are coming to us because I think that they feel what we are doing for them. So yeah, so this was the last one, or two more, somebody else. Yeah. Sorry guys, because I want to leave these guys, let them celebrate or.
I want to go like a fucking burger.
Jake, just a really quick one.
So last two.
Go on.
We've said, you know, how proud you guys and Paul as well should both be for getting in and showing the courage to get in the cage. But how happy were you for actually delivering the skills that you've learned? You know, you got in there, you chopped the leg early on, some nice counter strikes.
Yeah.
How happy are you coaches that you actually managed to get in there and not look like two guys fighting on the streets?
Well, that's what we wanted. I think that's what we both wanted, and I think we did ourselves proud in that. We thought about our shots. Paul threw some lovely leg kicks. I can tell you right now, my leg is fucking killing. I threw some calf kicks, stuff to take down, and we threw shots like fighters. We didn't just go in there, put our heads down and start swinging for the hill. So I think we can both be pretty proud of the way we fought, and I haven't seen it really, so I'm gonna watch it back and see what I make of it. And yeah, proud.
And George, you've got a massive amateur career. I think you're going to be wanting to jump the pro ranks pretty quickly. Realistically, do you see, you know, Octagon lightweight championship 4 or 5 fights away? Is that a realistic aim for you?
So like, I'm not gonna rush this. Like, I'm only 23. Like, I think I was the youngest on the card today. So like, I've got plenty of time. Like, I don't really want to like rush into it. I want to take the fighting strategy, you know, good for me, and like that my team, you know, agree that are good. I definitely see the lightweight championship in the future. Just maybe not within 4 or 5 fights. That's quite fresh. Obviously, I have got. This is my 20th MMA fight in total. It's a lot of fights, you know, to have when you're 23. But like I want to get used to more. Obviously, I'm used to it now anyway. But more like the pro rule set, you know, getting used to the 5 minutes a lot more. You know, even if it's 5-5s again, get used to that. But no, I'm looking at more like 10. You know, not even 10. You know, getting above 5, 7, 8. Like that's when I'm looking at titles. I don't want to rush anything. I'm here for a long time.
So last two questions, sorry, last two. Really last two. Jay, come on, it's your first press conference.
Right, first question for Jake. You just took a bit of a hit at the Misfits lads. We've seen so many of them from Tommy Fury.
Want to hear, but they don't wake up.
They don't, but
They don't.
would you
They're
want to
good.
take one of them on and bring them into this world, into this octagon?
Yeah, why not? Of course. It's not a hit, but they get in the ring. That's good. They fight. It's good, but they don't do the weight cut. They don't have to learn 5 different skills. We did. Do you know what I mean? So I'd love, bring them over to Octagon. Get one of those in here.
I mean, Paul referenced KSI's star jumping. Do you think that'd work against you, or do you think you'd be able to land a similar sort of shot as you did tonight?
I don't know.
He'd fucking smash KS.
I fucking love you, Paul.
And question to Paul. Obviously, you say you don't want to do MMA again, but you've been doing the jiu-jitsu tournaments. Would that be something that you'd like to carry on doing?
Definitely, yeah. I really enjoy doing that. I've got a real love for jiu-jitsu. I bought my gi, so I'm going to get into the gi. I don't know that. I'm not looking forward to my first stripe on my white belt. It's jiu-jitsu is fantastic. It's just chess, isn't it? It's human chess. It's really satisfying. It's really satisfying thing to do. It hurts in a very, very good way, but yeah, I think that's something I will stick with for the rest of my life. And it's it gives me what I need. It gives me what I need from combat sports. Yeah, I'm done with being punched in the face, I think.
And George, the last time we spoke, you said that you wanted to treat yourself to a very special Lego set after winning this. What is it?
It's the Ultimate Collector Series Benetton. It's like
Jeez.
Yeah, he knows. Akon knows. What?
You got that?
I'm gonna get it tomorrow morning.
You two are random guys, you know.
I'm going to be getting that tomorrow. I saw it in the Lego shop when I went on Thursday, and I'll be getting that straight away. So I'll be going home very happy.
Hey, there's a new Lego shop in Dublin opening up. Maybe go together a week.
Yeah, can do that if you want.
Denis, obviously you and George, you had your differences on the show, but tonight you've seemingly taken this result in your stride. You've not been arguing towards George, you've taken it well. Deep down, you think you can be good friends now?
I think we can be training partners. I don't know about good friends. I think we're kind of different people, to be honest. But the same in some ways, because we both found our way into this sport, you know. Yeah, like obviously all the shit before that, you know, it's all just, you know, it's to sell the show, it's to sell the fight, and sell it did, you know what I mean? I think we got a big response. I feed off that energy, whether it's boos or cheers, you know what I mean? And yeah, he gave me a good fight. There was a lot of firsts in that fight. First guy to give me stitches, you know, first guy to make me actually feel like I really lost the fight. And yeah, like all you can do is take it in your stride, you know what I mean, and on to the next thing. It is what it is. Obviously it hurts the ego a little bit, but you know, in a week's time I'll be grand. I'll be back to my shit talking ways.
Obviously, George, it doesn't seem like Denis is too optimistic, but do you think you can make him a Star Wars fan?
Probably.
Hey, I do like Star Wars, by the way. I'm not like, I don't hate Star Wars.
Best franchise.
Well, that's very good to know. I'm glad that hopefully going forward you can maybe explore that interest a little bit more.
100%.
Jack, obviously, great performance tonight. You and Jonas got into it. Could you tell me a little bit about what your opinion is on him as a person? And there was a dispute over the date. Will it be in Newcastle? Will it be in the Czech Republic? What do you want it to go?
I don't really know Jonas as a person. I just know people that he trains with. I just know his coach. I like all them guys. They're all sound. They train at the gym around the corner from mine. I can see him over there looking at me, some of them. But it's just, it is what it is. I was celebrating my win. I saw his little mug looking at me and making some hand gestures, doing this and that, trying to catch my attention. So again, like I said, I told him what I thought about him. He started like standing up, acting the big boy. So I told him I'd spark him out and told him that all his boys, that his training partners, that when we do fight and he's going there, coming over to England, training here with all these guys in the gym, thinking they're making him better. Every single one of them knows what's going to happen when I fight him. So we can knock around with all them, training with them, thinking that they're his boys, when in the back of their minds, they were speaking to me 2 weeks ago, going, if you fight Jonas, you're going to smack him straight out. Do you know what I mean? And they were all laughing about it to me. So he can feel real good about training with them training partners. When I'm training with the real day ones, I've got guys in my corner who strangle him out when they train with him, and they come and train with me. Because, you know, who the boy is and it's me, it ain't fucking Jonas Magard. But I would have fought somebody else, but we'll see what happens with Jonas, because they were bringing him into me like a lamb to the slaughter, so we'll see what happens.
Fantastic. Last one from me. Shoaib Yousaff, you had amazing support tonight. It was referenced in the press conference what a beacon of light you are to the Asian fight community. What does it mean to you to represent you?
I'll start.
Yeah, I think being the first is like a big stage. And I'm just hoping more will come after them. And I want to go home now.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Yes.
Every one of you. See you next year in Newcastle.